Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. Got another video that deals with accessories for the P365X macro. So what we have is it's dealing with weapon lights. Okay, so I'm looking at putting a Streamlight on my X macro, and I came across some things that could create some confusion. So just wanted to go through that with you guys, make a video, and you know, kind of make sure that you guys can learn from some of the issues that I had, or the uncertainties that I had and had to research to try to make sure that I didn't have any issues with specifically the installation. Okay, the biggest thing with the Streamlight is, you know, you can get a TLR7 for sure, and that'll run on this, that'll run on it well, right? You know, but what I wanted is I wanted to get the sub, right? So the TLR7 SUB. Okay, so I looked at it and there's a couple different versions. All right, it's maybe it's clear to some people if you look really hard on the site where you're buying them from, but the optics look exactly alike, and there's two of them. All right, and the reason for the difference is the rail system. So Streamlight makes a light for SIG. They actually make a light for that SIG proprietary rail, and that's what you see right here. Okay, so you see here, this it'll actually say SIG right on it. Okay, right there. All right, so it's a TLR7 SUB for SIG, and this is not for the Picatinny rail. It's actually for their, I don't even know if this will fit on this small. It'll fit on this, yeah, it'll actually fit on here, right? So it'll fit on the SIG proprietary rail, not on the PIC rail, right? So there's nothing to grab onto from the bottom of this firearm. So when I was purchasing it, I made a mistake. It was later at night, you know, no excuses, but I thought I was clicking on the 1913, which is what you see here. Okay, so that is, you'll see right here, it says 1913. All right, because that's meant for the 1913 reel, and you'll see the spacer that's in here that's supposed to latch on to prevent movement in this direction on the actual 1913 reel. So I thought I was buying that. I bought this. Okay, so this came, I opened it up, and sure enough, I looked at it, I go, oh my God, I can't believe I made that mistake. All right, so, but I did. All right, so what I did is I went ahead and I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to make a video on this. I'm just going to show everybody, so they can kind of compare and see the difference in the two, and hopefully you guys don't make the same mistake I did. It's no big deal. I'm going to return it. There's no issue there. But anyway, before I returned it, I purchased another one, and I wanted to make a video and show you guys this before I return the SIG Streamlight. Another thing to mention is that even though the TLR7 SUB for the 1913 rail, even though it comes with all the attachments to attach to the Picatinny rail, there's a bunch of different ones here that you see that you can use to actually attach on that rail. There isn't one in this package that comes with the TLR7 SUB to actually fit and allow the light to get all the way back against the trigger guard. So what you have to do is you've got to reach out to a company that will make that for you, makes that spacer for you. And one of the companies I know that makes that is called Tactical Development. So Tactical Development actually makes, they actually make the spacer that you see right here that works with the X macro, right? So really challenging, right? Because how do you know that? You know, how do you know that? You're likely gonna get this firearm here, and you're gonna probably be pissed off and disappointed that this TLR7 SUB, you're like, what? It doesn't fit right. Why can't I get this thing back farther, right? So this is what I got from Tactical Development. Okay, and you'll see here that it says it's for the TLR7 SUB 1913 key, and it's for the P365X macro. So that's what you want, okay, from Tactical Development. All right, so now we're going to go through and just take a look and put this together. So all right, so we can get this out of the, well, I guess I can show you before we get into that. it should kind of show you the differences between the two. All right, so the only difference really is how it connects to the rail up top over here. All right, so this is kind of set off and back a little bit. There's no key. I know I didn't say key before, but that's actually the right word. This is the key right here, and there's no key because on the bottom of the SIG proprietary rail, there's nothing for that to latch onto. So other than that, the actual dimensions and everything are the same. It's really just, you know, how it interfaces with the rail. All right. Okay, we'll take this screw completely out. Don't lose the spring. There's a spring on the back side of that. I usually sit that up so it doesn't fall out. Okay. All right, then you can pop off the starboard side. Should be able to take the key out. There we go. And we can put this key in. All right. So sit back in. We can get the screw back in. We'll just start it, get it going in the right direction. All right, let's see how that works. That looks pretty good. All right, so we're going to tighten this down. And just so you know, always safety check before, and I did that. I just want to make sure I do that on camera. So that's it. That's pretty tight. That's as far back as you could probably get it, as you see. All right, it's not going to go any farther because it's actually pushed up against the top of this trigger guard. So even though you have a little bit of space right here, as you get to the top, you physically can't push that back anymore. And the key fits right in there perfect. All right, so this is, and the way you can tell is if you look at this installation, you know, that silver, call it a spacer, washer, whatever, that's at the end of your TLR7 SUB, that should be even with the end of the slide and the grip module. So that's how you can tell that that's as far back as it'll go. So there you go. That's all you need. So you need the Streamlight, and you have to make sure that it's for the 1913 rail. You'll see that right here, 1913. So you want to make sure when you order it's 1913. All right, and then you want to make sure that you order. I don't know of anybody else making this specific key, but Tactical Development does, and I showed you the information for that. So if you're going to order your TLR7 SUB, you want to make sure that's right. And if we look at this side, I actually have to finish one part of the install. So we want to get this grommet with my fat fingers. Okay, so there's the installation. That's what you want it to look like. Okay, you want to put it in, and then you want to spin it 180 degrees. See if you could see that. So the opening is now on top. And there you go. Now that's not going to back out. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. So there you go. There's the installation of the TLR7 SUB 1913 with the Tactical Development key for the X Macro. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully, you know, you don't make the same mistake as I did with the Streamlight. You know, but no big deal if you do. They can certainly, you know, companies will certainly take them back. So anyway, you know, if you guys can please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, I'd appreciate it. Leave a comment. Hope you guys make out okay with this, and hopefully this helped you a little bit. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.